Hey Megas, it's Lauren here with your Mentor Minute. We're going to take a little extra time today because I want to make sure to get through all 10 of these simple strategies to really be able to stick to and accomplish and achieve your goals. So I know a lot of us are setting, wrapping up fourth quarter goals and really setting goals for our 2019 years within our businesses. You might even be setting some personal goals. So just really arming you with this list of strategies to help you accomplish those. Of course, this is near and dear to my heart because when you hear this, I will have accomplished my goal of running a marathon. And it took me a year to train. I was not exactly in the health to be doing this here in January. And so I really had to step up, and now I'm celebrating in beautiful Hawaii, where I'm getting to run my first marathons. I want to be able to share the same joy that I have felt in accomplishing this goal, and you achieving yours. A couple of these strategies, guys. Number one, just real quick, visualize yourself achieving the goal. I know that when I set out to do this, I can't even tell you the number of times I pictured myself crossing the finish line and how many times I've played that over and over in my head. And so really visualizing yourself achieving whatever the goal is that you have set for yourself, because goals can be overwhelming. So what does your own finish line look like in this case? And kind of going along with that, the second strategy is to weigh now versus later. So what is the current state of your situation, and what does it look like after you've accomplished that goal? For me, it means a lot of muscle mass that I've gained. It means a lot of an increase in my VO2 max. It looks like a little bit of weight loss, but I'm healthier, happier. I feel better just as a human, being able to serve people around me. So, the cost benefit analysis, guys, I had to do this, right? I had to do it for my own physical health. So what is the cost benefit analysis? What is the current state now, and what is the current state later when you accomplish your goal? Is that a growth in your business? Is that less heartache and headache for you because you've been able to train that new employee? Really take time to consider what that might be, and then remind yourself of that. The third is going to be to create accountability. I know that I could not have gone through my journey alone. And so right from the start, in addition to inviting my best friend of 30 years to train and run the marathon with me, I also invited my business partner to be my training coach, my running coach, my buddy, because I know that my best friend and I don't have similar schedules, so I knew that I could have someone to really hold me accountable. And eventually, that accountability really came from within. And I think that you'll see that switch too. Once someone has asked you so many times if you've done something, eventually you just start sending them the results for as soon as you've done it. So make sure that you find someone who's going to hold you accountable. But I'm going to take that one step further and say in the most positive and supportive way. Of course, an accountability buddy, as we like to call it, needs to have a certain level of being able to get in your face and be honest and tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. But at the same time, it needs to come from a place of love and not from a place of judgment. And so making sure you're really choosing the best person or people in your lives to help you with that. So number 4, make it smaller. Make this massive goal that you've set for yourself smaller. How that manifested in my running journey is I wasn't training for a marathon. I was training for my first 5K race. And then I was training for my first 10K race. And then I was training for my first half marathon. And it's amazing how quickly you go from half marathon distance, where I felt like I was going to die when I finished my race, to running the longer miles. So really just break your goal up and make it bite-sized. This is one of the reasons why every annual goal that you have set in your business or in your personal life should also have quarterly goals. What are the milestones? And it doesn't have to be quarterly. It can be monthly. It can be sporadic, as long as they're set milestones that will allow you to see motion and moving forward. And guys, I know a lot of people where it takes them so much of the year to get to a certain place, and then it just, the momentum takes them and goes so quickly. So don't get discouraged if halfway through the year you're only a sliver or a small portion to meeting your goal. So really use the momentum, use those small wins to really build to get you there. So number 5, give yourself a day off. There have been so many days on this journey where I've set out to go on a run. I've maybe made it a mile, everything's aching, and I turned around and I just said, today is not going to be the day to do this, and allow yourself that break. The same if you fall off the wagon, if you have a personal goal you're trying to accomplish or achieve, it's not a time to beat yourself up. It's a time to say, let's give myself some self-love and let's refocus and continue on. Don't let a few days or a few missed opportunities keep you from reaching that long-term goal. Number 6, take your brain out of it. And this, I cannot tell you how important this was for me. And it kind of combines with another one we're going to talk about in a little bit. But with this, take your brain out of it, I cannot tell you, when you are exhausted or in the moments when you're having the most difficult time making a decision, being able to just do it, being able to not think about it, being able to do the right actions. So you may need to have whatever it is that you need to do to make your goal. You might need to have those steps like written out and posted on a piece of paper right next to your computer or right next to your desk. And that way you don't have to think about it. You just, what's step 1? What's step 2? What's step 3? What are the actions? What are the small steps? What are the small actions that I'm taking to do the right thing to move towards my goal? Make it as brainless as possible, because if you can do that, if you can take the thinking out of it and just do it, it's going to be a lot easier to accomplish those steps. So guys, number 7, surround yourself with success. And with this, it's so important to be able to surround yourself with people that are loving on you and people that are also moving towards their own personal goals, that you have this positive momentum. I know a lot of you have heard the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Well, if you are surrounding yourself with people that are crushing their own goals and that are really encouraging you to do the same, you are going to be successful just with the excitement and buzz of their own momentum. So really take the time to surround yourself with success. Number 8, guys, is look back. It's so easy to get lost in the everyday drone of just moving forward and doing the 1, 2, 3, doing the 1, 2, 3. And so really take the opportunity to look back and say, what progress have I made? Look how far I've come. Look what this has resulted in. And you will be able to see, really like celebrate those small wins that you've had. Celebrate the success of moving things forward. Really take an opportunity to look back. And again, you're going to be also looking forward, looking at number 1, visualizing the success you're going to have when you've reached and accomplished your goals. Number 9, prep for success. And one of the reasons why I said this goes with the earlier one of taking your brain out of it is like, make every choice an easy choice. So if your goal is to maybe eat better or healthier, for example, don't have things in your cupboard where you have to make a choice of, do I eat healthy or do I not eat healthy? Make it easy. right? Prepare. So, meal prep, for example, is something you might consider doing, or keeping only things that you can eat in your cupboards. If you are in your working on a business goal or working towards a business goal, prepare for success. If you want to make sure that every Friday you are doing business development, you might want to spend or devote a chunk of time on Thursday to doing research on people that you are reaching out to. And don't give yourself an overwhelming task. If you can break it down and prepare for what you're trying to do, guys, it's really going to help you continue doing those steps and to move forward. And last but not least, guys, know that you can do it. Have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence in yourself, I have confidence in you. Know that you can accomplish this task. Go back to number one, visualize yourself crossing the finish line. What does it look like? What do you look like? How much better is your life, is your business for accomplishing and succeeding this goal? Stick with them. Shoot me a message with some of your goals.